Well, howdy, and welcome to Conversations with Coyotes. My name is Bravado, I am a coyote, and this is The Conversation. Well, the jury is in after days of deliberation, and we finally have a verdict. Gordon Ramsay is definitively, maybe, probably, definitely not a furry, perhaps. Now, I could have told you that, as could any other person with a shred of common sense, because what self-respecting famous type orchestrates some sort of elaborate social media campaign just to come out as a cat? Now, we had our fun, we made some memes, we gave Gordon another persona, and that's a lot for someone who's not even in the fandom, but the whole situation reminded me of this sort of unfortunate habit we as furries have, and that's what I'm going to talk about right now. You see, furries have this impulsive need to engage every time the fandom comes up as a topic of conversation. And you see this a lot on forums like Reddit and such, where someone says something nasty about the fandom, and then, of course, a couple posts later, a furry jumps in to defend the fandom's honor. And honestly, more power to them. Not that it's going to do a whole lot of good, but you're going to spend your time how you're going to spend your time, right? But what actually worries me is the way we as a group react when someone doesn't have a negative opinion of the fandom. When they do the equivalent of not tripping us as we walk past them, and our reaction is to turn around, get down on one knee, and effectively propose to them. I've seen it before where we treat these people with such admiration, we induct them into the fandom as heroes, we bestow a persona upon them, and we give them gift art, and it just becomes this really weird kind of creepy phenomenon. And it worries me because it's so dangerous, because we make it so easy for ourselves to be taken advantage of. Let's say for just a second that I'm not these handsome triangles, and instead I'm some sort of boring human who makes boring human videos instead of handsome triangle videos. Now let's say one day I'm making a boring human video and I happen to obliquely reference furry, and in doing so I catch the attention of a bunch of people who pretend to be animals. And let's say this audience is magnitudes larger than what I'm used to, and I, as a content creator, have a natural instinct to try to get and keep as many eyes on my content as possible. And so I figure the best way to do that is to humor these folks and pretend to be someone who pretends to be an animal, because doing so is a small price to pay to keep their attention and to unlock potential monetization opportunities. Now that sounds pretty gross, right? And it is, because it's so disingenuous. It's not that different from a corporation pretending to be a millennial on Twitter to try to sell you a mortgage. And even in this example, I'm not taking your money, but I am taking advantage. I know it maybe sounds like I'm advocating for more gatekeeping within the fandom, but that's really not the case. I'm merely suggesting that instead of carrying someone across the threshold who we never met before, we wait for them to knock before opening the door and letting them in. And I don't think it's too much to ask that your interest in the fandom be genuine and not strictly opportunistic, because there are so many people here already who are so talented and deserving of our attention that it's crazy to me how eager we are to try to recruit people in from outside. But anyway, I'll let y'all get back to creating your Gordon Ramsay personas. I know you're real busy. Maybe sometime soon I'll have some news about TFF, but I don't have any yet that I can really share. And in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll catch y'all later.